We grow 341 crops at our farm in like a test version where it's like an engine, and when we, for instance, find this lemon cucumber, we secure that a farmer in Denmark, of course organic, or in Spain in 2 seasons will grow them for our food system, and like a meal box system. So like this is about information and of course biodiversity, about great taste instead of additives. It's just, if you mix this, it will taste like heaven. I'm co-founder of the for-profit and founder of the non-profit. So I'm like with 2 things on my head. The for-profit I founded together with a farmer, like a chef and a farmer, founded in '99, out of the idea, if you know about CSAs, Community Supported Agriculture. So we converted it into a for-profit, and like thought, in Denmark labor cost is high, so we needed to scale the idea. And I think actually out of the idea of recreating the close link between the work on the farms and the work in the kitchens made sense for us, and that's still like the blood in our supply chain and in all our colleagues. And funny enough, you know about Blue Apron, etc. We are. I actually think I would be happy if anybody could find somebody who did it before us. But I packed the first meal box on planet Earth, I think. Mm-hmm. And it's of course all organic, and has been that in 20 years. It's pretty simple. It's we are a plant-driven idea. We say that we carry the meat on our shoulders until we can get rid of it again. We started as a 100% plant-based idea, but needed to add a little fish, meat, dry goods, etc. But the very early, Thomas, my partner, he told me about the Millennium report from the Agrimont Institute back in 2000. It's 17 years since now, which says that if we should feed 12 billion people, we simply need to go into the 80-20 strategy. Like, as a maximum, eat 20% animal energy. So that's like in our daily thinking, to increase the vegan boxes, the vegetarian boxes, and teach our members, as they see them, or customers, as I could call them, to value the magic plants. That's my quest, magic plants. I loved this presentation yesterday. And we are like, imagine in 2004 we started investing millions of Danish kroner in emission reporting quarterly. And our colleagues in retailing, in food systems, they said, hey, what? And it's not my honor, it's my partner's honor to go in that direction. I thought, super stupid to spend millions. We have red numbers, but today I'm super proud, and actually I'm a lot into the emission thinking, to say, hey, like yesterday, when the Indian food minister, I was on the stage, I wrote Torben Prinz, the head of science in the Danish think tank. He said, hey, how are we in Denmark in total, in food production and food consumption, climate-wise, up or down, and how does it look globally? And he, of course, mentioned India without knowing. The minister was on the stage as they have the most CO2 beautiful figures because they are plant-based. And wow, we agreed over mail and let all Danish crown meat end up in China and let the prices explode. Yeah. But we work together with, we work from farms together with farmers, and there's a lot of chefs involved. It's not purchases, it's actually a portal where all these farmers tell us what is right for our boxes and the kitchens, and then the chefs decide what to buy. And we don't discuss price more than once a year with the farmers. They call us if they are in bad shape. We call them if we are in bad shape, and we agree. But in general, we discuss plant quality or eatable quality. And we are not like a Blue Apron, but we deliver like 500,000 meals a week. So it's something, and I think I can say that I know we are the largest organic meal solution in the world, and it's a little pity that all the competitors or colleagues in this business, colleagues I would call them, that they don't take this step and say organic is of course the lowest thing we could go. This idea exploding, I was not the right for as a CEO, so I jumped to the board, and Annette, who was board member, she became the CEO. We sit opposite offices still, 12 years later, but by coincidence I invited the kids inside the farm, and suddenly in 2 years we had 800 kids farming at the farm where my office is, the biodynamic farm, north of Copenhagen. And the municipality knocked at the door, so we ended up at the budget. And it's the view from my office. Imagine that. Today we have helped 38 locations in school gardening because of course, Nordea, the trust, their help, so that we can support people out there to become successful. And just 2 days ago, the year 4 of this book came out, which is delivered to any 6th grade kid in Denmark. And it's an old school thing to print a book. But imagine that a teacher gives it, "Hey kids," we wrote the speech, and say, so she can say, "Hey kids, go home. Take your mom's or dad's credit card or a tiny dime and go and shop." And actually, I think, as I remember, it's 62% of the Danish 10-year-old kids that actually does that 5 times after having this book. And it's the year after the school garden. So our strategy is, of course, to get it on the governmental budget so that any kid in Denmark, of course, they deserve a garden. Just the last 30 seconds. Right now, it's a little crazy. I'm doing a baby cookbook together with scientists to secure that any newborn kid could have the right 10 in 13, that's a 10 trillion bacteria, the right ones inside, because of what they eat. And then in 10-year-old they should have a school garden, 11-year-old they should have the book and enter the food clubs. 14 years old we made the Geschäft, like an innovation lab where kids they go out of school in 3 weeks and they build a business. We have tested and it works. And then the last concept is like for everybody in Denmark to enter urban farming, where as well Nordea Trust has supported us together with partners, as well in all the other projects. They are partners to secure that the people who need to learn somebody to know, they can do it through gardening, social gardening. So that's a simple idea. The two ideas going hand in hand. The for-profit should support the non-profit, and how to inspire the entire planet to take huge steps against the 80-20 solution. I find that pretty important if we shouldn't be stuck in water to the knees. Yeah.